Welcome back to Beyond the Boundary Road. I'm Kitty Cara and I'm joined by Danny Doyle, our cultural facilitator for the day. He's here to guide us through the ancient tracks of Brisbane, moving from the Brisbane River that we talked about last week and now onto the land and over to the West End area. That's about West End.
Well, West End is known as Kurilpa, and that means water rat. And there was thousands of those things around back in the day. People travelled down the crystal clear waters of the Brisbane area all the way up till probably the 1930s. I believe it started to change colour.
Yeah.
There was still, I can still remember seeing water rats. Plenty of them around, even in the 80s, around West End.
How big is a water rat?
A water rat. About a little bit smaller than a paddy mallet, actually. You know them little wallabies?
Yeah. So we imagine that rats are quite small, but a water rat is not small?
No, they're not small at all. They can get really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some type of fruit if you put it on steroids, I suppose. Yeah,
that's true.
So yeah, West End, people would travel and to West End because it was a very favourite spot to come to collect resources and to collect food and that. Yeah, so a lot of them found it easy to swim across the river, and they'd land up on their nice sandy beaches on the side over at Kurilpa and along the riverbank. As soon as they get in off the beach, or you'd probably be able to see it from the other side, even there was all these nice pretty parrots and pigeons and yeah, you'd have the birds making their calls all the time, and scrub turkeys all over the place, of course. Yeah.
I know that West End was logged in the 1800s. What was it like before that?
West End would have been a very thick scrub, rainforesty, like with waterholes and springs all along the area, and parts of it, I believe, was even a creek running through West End, and because they would swim from the north side over to West End, but on the other side of West End, South Brisbane West End area, they would go from there and swim across as well to St Lucia area, Toowong, and that was the pathway on the way to the Bunya Mountain Festival. As I was speaking of, we'd have have thousands of people travel through Brisbane, up the Brisbane River on their way.
So crossing near that West End area?
Crossing at that area and then other junctions along, depending on what pathway they took to come through Brisbane. Yeah,
so people's lifestyles would have really revolved around the rivers and the waterways.
Absolutely, yeah. We'd use a lot of we wouldn't want to be too high up there, but the higher you go up, that's more significant for healing purposes.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
So sacred sites, what we know as sacred sites in common language, okay.
Absolutely, common language. Sacred sites, you would have also the places where we were nice and high, we would signal for people to let them know that there's people coming on country.
Yeah.
So we'd light a fire. Okay. Yes. It's a bit like smoke signals, I suppose, with you hear on the cowboys and stuff, movies.
Yeah.
But really just light a fire at night. During the day you can have a lot of smoke. Yeah. And raise a lot of smoke, and then they know, hey, we've got visitors. We need to be prepared for them. Yeah. And maybe the colour of the smoke may even be maybe different compared to just normal smoke thing with leaves. Yeah. You would smoke it like that thick. But what if you chucked in some resin? And you would change the colour of that.
So you can colour the smoke.
Yeah,
or different
what do they call that one? The ant nest.
Yeah.
A bit of the old ant nest of the trees.
Yeah.
You throw that in, and that gives you a different smoke again.
With different meaning.
Yeah, so you would know. And that's another way of telling someone, hey, we've got people that are unwelcomed on the country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then all the other smoke signals will come up all the way, to everybody else. Oh, yeah, let's all go and check these mob out.
Yeah, right, okay.
Find out what they're here for.
So in West End, would that have been there's camp areas in West End?
Camp areas in West End and heading up towards Highgate Hill, and then more towards Wollongabba, working their way all the way along the river, all the low-lying areas. Yeah. Yes, yeah. So West End, with the waterholes in particular, places you call like Musgrave Park. today people would have used that place camping grounds because there was
Okay.
water holes, there were
Oh.
springs. Their Boundary Road, their what's the other place? I think it's called Browning Street or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So there were fresh water holes for people to
Fresh
camp
water
around.
holes. You could camp near those. You do some fishing, get turtle, and get your mud mussels,
Okay.
and definitely way off the beach and area as well. You know, you'd go along to get your shells, shellfish and shell mussels. Those are very nice and yummy as well.
Yeah.
So you had nearly everything you could ever think of to eat.
Nice and
Fruit,
abundant.
nuts, meat, seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah. No need to go to the restaurant and pay.
West End's still a good place
Big
for
money.
food though.
It is, yes. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
I think that's all we've got time for today, but we'll talk next week. So thanks everybody for watching Beyond the Boundary Road. On next week's episode, we're going to learn about the significance of Highgate Hill. So we'll move up country there. And so thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on 31 Digital. And don't forget to keep exploring the country that you live on.